Okay, so the first thing, we're gonna make this rabbit here. It's gonna be a piece of yard art. I did a cut and paste so the printer wouldn't waste ink. So I traced it and I did a cut and paste on the paper and fit it to the 8.5 by 11 sheet. So what I do is make our own projector so you can pretty much project anything that you want to make. So what I did was I came in here and I just cut the Ziploc bag and I cut all the way out. And I guess, like I said, this is our first video, so we can edit. We'll have to play with the edit here. All right, I'm sure there's a lot of different ways that you can do this. This is the way I'm doing it. If anybody has a better way to do this, please let me know. So then you'll have something like this. The one that I have already cut, it's going to be better than this one, but anyway, so then you get your Ziploc bag, you put it over. We're gonna have to do it. So you're gonna have this over your image, okay? And that will take us to the projector that we made in the shop. Okay, so when you have this, you want to get a Sharpie and just trace around every detail. The nose, I don't know if you're getting like a reflection on here from the light, but everything, whiskers, eyes, nose, teeth, everything with the with your Sharpie, okay? And then once you have that, we're gonna take this and we're gonna put it on our homemade projector out in the shop. So that's when we go. Okay, so here we're in the shop. So this is the homemade projector. It's just an old box that we're gonna throw away. Any box will do. So my intent is to have multiple images all the way around the box. So you can see our board right over here that we have set up for the rabbit. So the rabbit, if you want to go to the other side and see the rabbit. I don't know if I need to put a background behind it. So that's the rabbit. And so here's just here's one that we did prior. This is the Grinch. And then the finished version of the Grinch is right here that we had this past Christmas. So so back to the rabbit. So this was the trace that I did last night. Get another look at that. Okay, and so I did review videos online, and I had a bright flashlight because I thought the bright flashlight would project it better. But there was one YouTuber that I found that she said use your phone light, and that was the best one. So it projects it well. I'll pull my phone out and we're gonna cut the lights off here in the shop and project the rabbit to the board. Okay, we are back. So lined up, if you want to show in here, I have a little stand here with my phone, and it's projected onto the Ziploc bag that we've traced out the rabbit on. And now it's projecting out to the board. So we're gonna go ahead and trace out with a Sharpie. We're gonna just start tracing out on the board anywhere you'd like to start. We'll start with the ear. And this doesn't have to be just perfect, because once you turn the lights back on, you can see any errors that you made and just kind of correct them in the light. Kind of makes it easier. I found that out with the Grinch. All right, second ear comes down. And again, like I said, anytime you get hung up on the board and all that, you can correct it when you turn the light on. It's a shaky hand. Sometimes that Sharpie gets stuck in there, it makes it hard. Starting to come together.
I'm gonna fade you out until you get closer to done.
Okay, so we have it all traced out. We have it projected onto the board. Now's the time to where what I'll do is I'll get the actual the actual print and go over it and compare. So if you missed anything or didn't connect the lines properly, because in the dark and you're trying, and the lines seem to fade sometimes. So this is the time that you want to just connect everything as you need to. I did leave a space on the bottom over here because I'll cut a square out on the bottom and it'll say Happy Easter, with some flowers on it or something, just a rectangle. So I didn't waste any board there. All this other we can use for other decorations. I have some stuff that I saw on Pinterest for some Christmas stuff that we can put on here as well. But the next step on this one is tomorrow I will go ahead and cut this out, and then after I sand it and everything, and we'll go ahead and start painting it. So we already got the paint to match on that picture. Picked up that the other day. So yeah, we'll go ahead and see you tomorrow. Okay, so now we're at the stage of comparing the actual printout to what we did last night as far as tracing goes. So like over here on the hand, we did see that there's gonna be a line there, but of course this is all when we do the painting. We found that using the Sharpie with our painting, it actually works good with doing the Grinch. So the darker you get that, it'll kind of bleed through the paint, and then you'll be able to see it coat after coat of paint that you put on it. So everything else I think looks like as it should. I'm gonna go back through now. I'm gonna darken out everything, make it real dark with the Sharpie, and then just start cutting. Here we cut the bottom off of the board. We'll use this for the actual Happy Easter sign underneath the rabbit. So get a aside for now. And then carefully start cutting out the outline of the rabbit. Have to go especially careful, being careful around the knots so they don't chip out. But here we go. So you want to make absolutely sure you don't run into your stands. I don't have any sawhorses right now, so good. Went ahead and cut out the above his head, in between the ears. I started with some holes with my drill just so I could maneuver the jigsaw blade in there. Another thing you want to do is make sure when you do your turns, just kind of go back and forth to widen the gap to make your turns. Or if you just try to do a quick turn, you're gonna snap your blade. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and cut this and then make it smaller to where I can maneuver it a little bit better on my boxes here. So. Uh-oh, I think I cut off his whiskers. I think what we'll do is we'll go ahead and follow the face line, and then I'll find some wire. Maybe we can spray paint or some black wire to glue on and have it come outside of his face, because trying to cut that and then paint that black, it would just be too brittle. So anyway, as we go. All right, so the entire design is cut out. So next on the agenda is I'm going to make some braces on the back side. So this is the front. On the back side, I'm gonna do something like this to where he doesn't warp. This is, I think, a quarter of an inch. I think the Grinch over there is, I think, a half or 5/8, I can't remember. But in the weather, you're gonna have some warping. So if you put some bracing across, so I'm gonna try to do it from like foot to arm through here, maybe tie off another one going this way, and then across the ears over here. So it'll withstand some of the moisture and warping in the weather. I'll show you how I did this one. So I did the braces in the back, and then I drove a T-post in the ground and had these screws in here, and then just twisted the wire around the T-post. So it was really sturdy for the wind and everything. So next on the agenda is doing the braces on the back. puttying the holes, because I am going to go through the design, puttying the holes, sanding it all down really well, and then we'll start the paint. Just going to do a quick sand just to get the burrs and everything, stickers off of it, or splinters off of it. And I just kind of give this a once over, because the paint's gonna kind of flatten all that out and smooth all that out anyway. So, and then after that, I will put the supports on the back. I was going to put these on the back, just any kind of boards on the back to help with the weathering and the warping of the board. And then of course we're going to have the screws in here with some wire that attaches it to what I have as a T-post in the ground. And I'll just have that in there for the Grinch that we made, the rabbit, St. Patrick's Day, anything coming up. And so again, I glued this on and clamped it. And I'm gonna go ahead and shoot some nails in here and let that set. And then I've got one that reaches on the back of his hand out to his foot, or actually this foot to the egg, and then this arm across his face as well. So that's all gonna be to support the board from warping and attach to the support of the yard. I did make some marks here, so I'm not just blindly doing this. All right. I do have 2-inch nails, and so they did go through. Oh, I did kind of get off center there, but I might have to put some more in there. Get my angle grinder and cut those down. All right, so this is where we're at for the first coat. I have the braces up underneath, and let that set up. I got those glued, and I had some brad nails. I nailed those down. So as you can see the Sharpie is coming through. You know, so it bleeds through, and so we'll go once this dries, we'll trace that out with the Sharpie again, just so that Sharpie stays fresh. So yeah, that's it. We'll come back tomorrow and do the second coat. All right, so we're done with the front. Maybe just a couple little touch-ups, especially on the top where the rain and weather hits with that real thick, so it doesn't seep into the wood. But other than that, a couple little touch-ups left, and then we're gonna put a heavy coat on the back as well. Got all the braces there, and all right, so we'll go ahead and start with that now. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and mount the rabbit on the T-post. I put 2 screws here, and I'm gonna put 2 screws here on the bottom. I think I'm gonna leave the top just so this can be mounted right about there, and then we'll have the Happy Easter sign underneath. I went ahead and put the 2 screws in, and next I'm going to put a wire I'm sure there's another way to do this. And put that. All right, so I'm gonna do the next two, and I'm gonna pick it up and screw these down a little bit more, and then twist the wire tight so it'll stay up. And we'll go to the next one. All right, so we just twisted the wire really tight, and it stays up there pretty good. Next, the bottom, the sign in the front, it's gonna say Happy Easter. It's drying right now. We have him mounted. I don't think I talked about his whiskers. I cut some zip ties and just glued some zip ties over there, and actually I think it worked out pretty good. So there's what, Reggie the rabbit?
Yeah.
Our Easter bunny. So thanks for tuning in, and we'll have another short clip of the Happy Easter at the bottom. All right, so there he is, the finished product. So we added our final touches to it. Happy Easter, and I appreciate everybody that's gone to the end of this first video of ours. Hope to see you on the next one. Thank you. Like and subscribe.